I've surveyed the mansion and noticed that one bedroom is still unclaimed. I strongly suspect that our thief is still up and about in the house. I was just investigating when I found one of the items we are looking for. If you stop by the dining room, I'll see if you are observant enough to take a look at it. Could I have everyone in the hall right away, please? Someone has tried to pick the lock on the study. I can only assume it was our thief. I've found another one of those items we are looking for. If you stop by the lounge, I'll see if you are observant enough to take a look at it. Please meet me right away at the fountain. There is a trail of footprints in the snow from a kitchen window to here. And look, gifts are hidden near to the fountain. Very odd indeed. Hello. Mr. Body bought gifts for all the guests. He's such a generous man. The gifts are being stored in the study until tomorrow morning. I'm afraid I'll have to keep those doors locked. Mr. Body's orders. One more thing. I believe this item might help in your investigation. Coming. Rusty was assigned to help Mrs. White with the meals, so I had to do his job as well as mine. I don't know if they stayed in the kitchen, but they were certainly together all day. Just between you and me, Rusty's not a very good cook, so I do hope he's not helping with the Christmas dinner. One more thing. I believe this item might help in your investigation. Good evening. After dinner, someone went into the dining room and created a terrible mess. I was shocked. Certainly I expected Mr. Body's guests to have better manners than that. The mess was so bad I needed Rusty and Mrs. White to help me clean it up. One more thing. I believe this item might help in your investigation. Hello. Mrs. Meadowbrook took her tea in the library, as she's wont to do. I only mention it because she said that while she was in there, someone opened the south door and then abruptly shut it. She didn't see who it was, but it gave her quite a start. One more thing. I believe this item might help in your investigation. Coming. As if Mrs. White didn't have enough to worry about, she said that one of the male guests kept sticking his head around the kitchen door, offering to help to make dinner. Mrs. White was rather irritated. She politely refused the offer and, whomever it was, eventually went away. One more thing. I believe this item might help in your investigation. Good evening. I do know that Mr. Boddy had his billfold with him at all times. He's been giving out his Christmas bonuses to the staff, you see. They were quite generous this year, I might add. Mrs. White was very excited and said she's going to use her bonus to buy a shiny gold candlestick she saw in the store window the other day. One more thing. I believe this item might help in your investigation. Hello. Mr. Boddy always asks that we serve tremendous feasts at Christmas for the guests. The smells of roast duck and mince pies have been wafting through the mansion, whetting everyone's appetites. Of course, none of the guests missed a single meal. One more thing. I believe this item might help in your investigation. Coming! It being Christmas and all, Mr. Boddy was feeling generous and lent all his jewellery to his guest for dinner. I must say, Miss Scarlet looked stunning with the jade hairpin. Before Dr. Black went to bed, the items were all returned. One more thing. I believe this item might help in your investigation.